I'm in trouble. I've got a case and I'm going to court next week. I don't have a good lawyer to plead my case. And I'm worried, don't know which way to turn. The Christian said again, where is your faith? You've got to learn how to trust him.
Hello. You are tuned in to the Destiny Show, the show that heals hearts, minds, and souls. We are on the powerpurposeradio.com, and tonight we're talking about where is your faith. Also, my special guest tonight, Mr. David Murphy from the National Portal, located here in Baltimore, Maryland. Welcome, Mr. Murphy.
I appreciate that. I'm glad that I appreciate that for you inviting me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now, tonight we will have callers calling in to ask questions, to find out more about the type of work you do and the 5 different umbrellas under the National Portal. Can you please give us a little information on what is the National Portal and how you began your organization?
Well, first of all, the National Portal is a website. It's like a marketplace for businesses and services. And I might add, the National Portal's been around for several years, and it's one of the largest linked websites in the entire nation. We have everything on there from buying a house to how you make peanut butter, in between, everything in between. And the umbrella is the National Portal is kind of inclusive of everyone. But then we have the National Black Action Portal, which is one of our major hubs. The National Black Action Portal is pretty much geared toward the black community. And the reason why I say the black community is because there's a disparity in economic empowerment in this country. And I'm 65 years old, and I've seen over the years how other ethnic groups circulate their monies. Say, for instance, Asians, Koreans, Italians, and everybody else circulate their money high 7 times. Some people up to 13. We're the only people in this nation that money only circulates less than one time. It goes in our pocket and goes out to somebody else. And there's several reasons why that happens. One of the reasons is that when we had the segregation, and I might add too that we are the biggest consumers. Now, we support everybody, but unfortunately, most people do not support us. Mm-hmm. They will bypass us and go to their own kind. So I made the National Black Action Portal a way that people can shop black, buy black, keep their money circulating in our community. But most importantly, to highlight those in the community. See, when I was coming up back in the day, you didn't see too many people who looked like me in the media. But when I went on my crusade, I was amazed at how many wonderful black businesses and services that was out there who had wonderful service, supported Little League teams, did all sorts of things.
Okay, and so we're going to talk to the guy that's on the phone. Okay. We're going to see what type of services or questions he might have to ask for you. Then we're going to get back to your crusade, because as I said at the beginning, it is where is your faith? Where is your faith in believing that you can do better, you can live better, and you can have better? So, hello to the caller on the line. Can you please give us your name? Hello? Okay, well, I think that our caller will be calling back soon. Okay. So, Mr. Murphy, you say that at the time, there wasn't anyone actually like you who wanted to do what you wanted to do.
Well, not do what I wanted to do. In other words, what I was saying is, because we own less than 1% of the media, less than 1%, we really don't have a voice at all. So it was extremely difficult to find black businesses and services.
Okay. Hello, you are on the Destiny Show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding.
Okay, so I have Mr. Murphy from the National Portal online to speak with you. Please ask your question, and we will be able to help you.
Have is I understand it's a network of a lot of like businesses, but can a lot of people get funding from where at a national black portal?
Okay, Mr. Murphy, he's asking about some resources for funding.
Okay. Now, first of all, is this Mr. Keller?
Yes,
Okay, because you didn't identify yourself, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
When you mention money, sir, yes, there is a way that people can get money. Now, traditional ways, we have been kind of logged out of getting those traditional funds through the banking system and financial institutions. And even today, even more difficult, even though you may dot your I's and cross your T's, do everything you're supposed to do, but still there's systematic discrimination that still takes place. But there is another source of income that most people are not aware of. And most people use their own personal credit to try to get loans and grants and things like that. But there's another service, and I know you're quite aware of this, it's a business loans. I mean, on your business credit. And there's a host of companies out there, and I know that you're familiar with some of them, that can provide all types of money for housing, schooling. I'm talking about small business as well as astronomical business. I'm talking about in the millions and millions of dollars that they can get from these companies. And the best way I can think of this is almost like a Shark Tank. If you have a good product or a good service, and you present your wares to this organization, then they pretty much can provide funding for you. Now, you can elaborate on that a little bit better than I can, sir. You care to do so?
No, I just want to just ask that question. That's pretty good for me.
Okay, I tell you what, though, that people need to find out more about this funding I'm talking about. You can go to the National Black Action Portal, or you can even call me directly, and I can direct you to those resources. I mean, it's powerful resources, anybody who's listening in right now, all things are possible. We talking about where's your faith?
Yes.
All things are possible. You know, when you seek, you can find. And call me, because I definitely got some people that can help you with your finance. I don't care what your personal credit is. I even got a way, if you even, for a small fee, if you go through this program, they got a program, it's almost guaranteed a $50,000 loan if you do this 90-day process. So give me a call. You always give my number.
Yes.
It's 443-455-2373. Again, that's David Murphy, 443-455-2373. Thank you, Mr. Keller.
Okay.
Welcome.
And that was a wonderful question that the caller asked, and he was asking about different types of funding that may be available for individuals looking to start their own entrepreneurship and have their own business. And as Mr. Murphy just stated, that there are various ways, there are many loans available, and there is a program that he's aware of that can definitely assist you within 90 days of being able to be approved for a $50,000
right.
loan. So, Mr. Murphy, do you know anything about a particular grant that may be available for individuals as well that's looking for entrepreneurship?
Well, grants are a totally different thing. It depends on your qualification for these type of grants. Now, if you 501
C3,
C3
yeah.
and something like that, and depends on what avenue, what market you're going after. There's plenty of grants and things around, but you know, that's extremely difficult because the pool is so great that people are applying for these grants.
Right.
And so you really have to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed to even get those type of fundings, you know. And if you do get them, because the pool is so large, you would only get a small amount, you know.
Yes, well, I definitely understand that, and I do know that applying for grants can be a lengthy process, and I know sometimes you might get beat out by someone else that's doing a little bit of something similar, or either someone that they've worked with in the past. So I definitely understand that process. And so Let's talk about the black men unification. Let's talk about that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I think it's very important for our black men to understand and to have the integrity and the respect to be able to help other black men in the communities, and they definitely need to learn how to treat our women.
Oh yes, well, it's a group called Black Men Unifying Black Men. Until this day, we had this. We have had 12 breakfasts where we give free breakfast to black men. Just come on, bring your young men, your old men, your children, as long as they male. And we just, first of all, our intention was to get to know one another, get to meet. It wasn't no great agenda, just black men coming together on one accord.
Yes.
And we introduced, ourselves to everybody, and it's a host of gentlemen that came through. I mean, people have all types of resources, from reentry programs, for employment programs, mentorship programs.
Wow.
And the gentlemen who have put this together, I'm one of the core group members. And our intention, because each one of us are seasoned soldiers, as we call ourselves. We've been on the battlefield for a long time.
Yes,
And we know the disparity that goes in our community and what's happening with our children. See, they are not those children. They are our children out there. That's what some people say is maybe destroying things. That's because they're only reacting to their conditions.
Yes.
Until black men, not putting down, women had always stood up. But until black men take their rightful role in the community, into our families,
Yes.
things always going to be disarrayed.
Ooh.
And so we have solution. It's a solution oriented. Now we get ready. Now we coming out the block now. We have all types of organizations. We like organizations. We a parent group, and we what you call reciprocity. We support each other's groups. When we come out there, we bring an army. So when you don't stand alone, this time when you have something you're doing in the community, you have an army behind you now.
Ooh, and I like that. I like that process there because it makes you look unified and strong.
That's right.
And it makes you represent who you are.
That's right.
A much larger scene. It brings out the unity in all those men. That's very wonderful to have. Yes, yes. All right, so let's talk about another one of your umbrellas, and it is the Black Community Network International.
Okay, now that is another policy. I'm just involved. See, my work is powerful,
Ooh, yes, it